Good afternoon, everyone. It is November the 14th, 2025. I've been putting a lot up on the food insecurity, and I saved the last video on this that I want to put up to last because it's the best video. And it was quite a shock for the community, but it was really good news. And this is why I always have hope when someone steps forward like this. We've had so much anguish, I guess is the best way to put it, for everyone with the food insecurity, with the tariffs, what's on the tariff wars, and what's going on in the States, and people don't know if they're coming or going, and certainly with the fact that there's not enough housing. We have so many things on our shoulders right now, and we're all under that cliff right now, where we're underneath that shelf, and the cliff just keeps coming down, and you just see everything coming down on you, and that's what you feel like. And I know people are getting depressed. They don't know where the hope is, but there is hope coming, because no matter what happens, if you stick together, you always come out of it in the end. This is one of the things that I've learned from my parents, my grandparents, and those who came before us. No matter how hard or bad the situation was, if you use your head, your common sense, and you stick together, you'll find a way out. Now, with this video that I'm putting up, it's a very good news story, because we talk to be in all fairness as well, with all the bad that's going on and all the greed that we're seeing from the oligarchs and the Trumpism and all those people in his circle of friends who, as I think my mother once put it, the more money you have, the greedier you get, and the more you want on money. And some people are going that way. But there are other people who are millionaires who are not that way, in all fairness, and are giving generously at times when they know that there's something that they can do to help. And if some more of these millionaires stepped up and were as generous as this millionaire was to the Ottawa Food Bank here, we'd all be in much better shape. At least we would have some kind of food security and know where we could go and eat, and our children would not have to go to bed on empty stomachs, for certain. So I'm going to put this up, and I just want to put it out there that it's good news. We're this family they've got the money. They've given to other organizations before, but they stepped up again. And then I can come up with another few things that we've done as growing up with my family. We've had, like I said, immigrant families come in, and Thanksgiving or Christmas would come, and it didn't matter what religion or what background they had. When you're there, they're your next door neighbors, basically, and they have a right to live, and it's great, because our next door neighbors were Jewish, so it was really great, because then I got to understand about Hanukkah and everything, and I started to babysit for them, and I started to learn something different, and I realized that yes, they do things differently from us, but they're still a human, and we do have a lot in common. And it was really nice. One day I got invited to their family gatherings for Hanukkah to see what they ate, and then another day I know my mother invited them to a Christmas dinner. So it was really great when we brought people into our Christmas dinners, because they bring some plates and dishes that from their culture. We got to check out and actually taste some of their dishes, and then they get to taste some of our food. So it was a way of being able to socialize, not and battle racism back then, because we still had it back then, but it was a way of getting together as neighbors and doing things like that. And then there was another thing you could do. There's always that older person in the neighborhood, that older senior, that older widow or widower in the neighborhood that can't always get to the food bank. It might be freezing rain out that day. It's too dangerous for him or her to go out and walk and slip and fall, just trying to get food. And wouldn't it be nice if you're having this big turkey and all the trimmings with it, and you've got leftovers? Why not do it? We all did as neighbors. If we had someone like that, a single mother even with children, at our dinner tables, if we had leftovers, what we did was we'd pack them in and make a big pack them like a doggy bag, basically what we call today a doggy bag. We get them in a container, and take the container over and give them some of our leftover food. So all they had to do was stick it in the microwave and heat it up for themselves. So there's so many little things that can mean so much, and that's why I said, even if on the last video that I put up there, what I was talking about, even if it's going to the grocery store and buying a $5 bag for the donations to the food bank. It doesn't matter how large or how small your donation is, but it's that feeling of community. And then I'm looking forward to what our counselors do here, whether it's a ward that you're in, or I forget the other name right now, but whatever ward you're in, and whatever constituency, the MPP comes up at Christmas time, or sometimes in the spring, like from the different 3 levels of government. This time it's going to be a big thing at the end of November, that she's putting on a pancake breakfast for everyone, and just for our ward. And it's really great. I love going to them. It's a great place that we can socialize, get together. And again, like I was talking about other religions and that, and bringing in their dishes for us to taste. I've been to some of hers before, and this is what exactly happens, what we did back in the 60s, let's say, where we have our pancakes and they bring in some of their food too. And then it's also quite often she'll just ask us to bring a can or something for donations, and well, we bring what we can, and then it's amazing what some of these other cultures bring in for food to donate to the food bank as well. We were astonished at the boxes we were getting, because it was these other people from other countries who came to join us, who were so grateful to be in Canada and be able to be fed and be able to enjoy our freedom and being able to talk together. And this is why it doesn't make any sense why all of a sudden we've got racism and hate coming back at this time. So I'm just going to want to put out a few ideas on what to do. But for that lonely person that you know down the street or whatever, put a doggy bag together if you've got leftovers from the Christmas dinner. I'm sure they would more than appreciate it. And you probably put a smile on their face and make their day. And that's all you have to do. Because we also talk about the seniors and the loneliness of seniors. And it's just doing those things, those neighborly things. This is what a community is all about. And it's not only in just one ward or district, that was the word I was looking for, or some places, cities call them districts. Whatever district, whatever ward you're in, you can do so much just to help those in your own district or ward. And as well as I've seen times when all the wards under our umbrella of Ottawa, because every ward we have is not only a separate community, but we're all under the umbrella of a city called Ottawa, and everyone has a ward or a district, whatever, is under the umbrella of their own city, whether it's Chicago, Montreal, Vancouver. It doesn't matter. We all are human beings, and if we all can get together and just even give those leftovers, because I always feel so badly when I see all those leftovers that go in the garbage after even the fast food joint. So much gets thrown out when we have people starving, even in other countries. So it's just a thought to think on for the Christmas holidays coming up, everyone. Just think about your neighbors, love your neighbors, take care of each other, and this will all work out. Okay, so we'll talk again soon. Be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.